If you see the title, this is a Sony picture, Venom, movie, Sony picture, Venom, Spider-Man. It's a spoiler review. Yes, we're gonna talk about everything that we've seen in this movie. Have you ever? Now, if you guys have a chance to see it, we'll just say the video, say the video, and then come back. We go see them. We can watch the video and just say the video and like us, whatever. But like me, whatever. But just but we're gonna talk about. Remember, you've been warned. This is a spoiler review. That's why I put the title spoiler. You've been warned. Now, let's talk about this film. First of all, I really gonna tell you this. I really love this film overall. I thought this was a very well done film. I think it was very good. It was very well done. It was very overall good. I like Tom Hardy playing Venom. I thought even the voice. I know people don't like how he did the voice of Venom too. The symbiote make him sound like a college jock fraternity guy. I'll get into that a little bit in the review, and I'm going to tell you why I feel that's fine with me because I'm going to tell you why. But this was a good film. I really like it. Listen. I got Spider-Man 3 in my house. I got all the original Spider-Man films, including the last two spin-offs. Who had them. This Venom right here is better than that Venom. Tom Hardy is a better actor playing Eddie Brock than the guy who was playing Eddie Brock in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. And I went to saw Sam Raimi in the open deal. I remember in the open door at Bayfront. They had like a movie night by the Bayfront Park. And then, so overall, this was a very better film. Better Venom. Story was a little sloppy. That I'll admit to all those people who criticize the film. But listen, I'm looking for be entertained for 2.5 hours, not to be a a Oscar winning type of film. I know. Oh, but Black Panther. Well, Black Panther is it's a great film overall. But this was a great film. I really enjoyed it. It was really entertaining. It was start to finish. I love the story. Now let's get to some spoiler talk because that's what the review there. Let's start at the beginning of sequence film. They go into the spaceship going to space. And then you see they see the symbiote or symbionts and in contrast to the symbiote in this comet or meteor, maybe in the comments it's a meteor, but I get it. And when you see the classic spaceship getting the shuttlecraft getting crashed, who by the way that's from a comic book from the Spider-Man comic book when in animation you remember the Secret Wars. That is from and also from the legal protection. My bad, camera went off. So that was it. And then you saw Jameson's when it crashed. You see one of the actors pulling off as Jameson. Now that is Jonah Jameson the third, who's John. J. Jameson son, who's the David Bugle, who they mentioned David Globe, but David Bugle in the movie, the Globe. And that's a little Easter egg for y'all, all comic book nerds out there. We all know Jameson actually turned to the Man Wolf. Now, if they're going to use Man Wolf in future Venom films, possibly. You can use them in a Venom film. I mean, and I think and that's a little Easter egg for all you comic book guys who watch the films, who read the comic. Oh, that's Man Wolf. Yeah, who also show. Oh, I was surprised they didn't show that in Spider-Man 3 too. But never use them. They use a character, but the actor name, but never the character. So that's a little Easter egg for all you comic book fans. That's kind of a reference of us. Again, in the beginning part of the film, when they treated the symbiote, the one of the symbiote I think was Rage. I think Rage or right. So right or the main symbiote Venom, and kind of transfer his body to symbiote the different Hulk's body. A woman who's a farmer's an emergency driver, and then an old woman, and they went to a little girl going to San Francisco to find reach to the to the to the Life Foundation. Who again, I like how the Live and Drake and the actor Israel played as the main mechanics agent. I thought in the beginning part of the film, it felt like it was like a more like a sci-fi. Then it's not the comic books superhero comic book movie, but I feel like almost like a horror film too. I thought in the beginning part, I really thought, well, this is a different, not good tone of film, a little more like a horror type of film, with the basically test subject on the life on the symbionts. So that I really like that I thought that was a good strong point in the first part of the film. Now the symbiote investigating Brock, who being a reporter and trying to expose a lot, he got fired, and of course, well, got his girlfriend got broken up. You know, that was a good touchy story, and I don't mind that in the film overall. Then you got Eddie Brock and getting the symbiote from the Venom, and they have that. What's now the big negative about the people say, well, why Venom or the symbiote Venom sound like a college fraternity. Now listen, Eddie Brock in the cartoons, in the Sound of Spider-Man, in the comics, is like a jock playing reporter. So yeah, I like a jock guy being a muscle guy. And even you see in the cartoon, in the comic book, he work out, he gets strong. You see in the movie, you see him he got some Dumbo. Wait, yeah, I don't mind Venom style like hey, a jock. He's a muscle bound entity. So that's a smart entity, but a muscle bound entity. So I don't mind that in the bed. I thought it was cool. That's fine with me. Now there was a little funny, yeah. Do I like he makes some stupid dumb jokes in? Well, I don't mind that weak comedy. That actually was pretty amusing to me a little bit in the film, and I thought that was fine with me. I thought everything else in general. Eventually, the head we had he had the power. He had the deal was a, and then he used a symbiote. They were fighting the soldier from the life company, and people even Drake when he got the symbiote. Riot, I think is it Riot, it's Riot. And I was or Rage. No, it was Riot, I think. And that was a good fight scene between him and Simeon. Overall, I like everything about this film. I thought, yeah, the pacing was too fast. I'll agree. That's the one negative I got. But I can live with that. Listen, they're trying to. If you want a 3 hour movie, maybe they could have got maybe kind of yeah. And I know one more negative says it should have been a rated R film. That I agree somewhat because Venom is a rated R character, and I believe that could have been a rated R type of film. It'd probably be very very well done. So I thought that overall this was a great film overall. I think listen, it had problems. Don't get me wrong, but it was great. Now the one spoiler review, one they have not seen, there is some couple two post credit scenes, and that is one with Spider-Man animation or the Spider-Verse upcoming Spider-Verse movie when Gwen Stacy and with Miles Morales. That's a and one was the Venom spoiler we had them walking out. He went to San Quentin prison, and when you see walking there, they have Eddie Bot interviewing famous ex-con serial killer of Cassidy Lace, who we all know as Carnage in Spider-Man. And you see Woody Harrelson officially now become cast as Cassidy Lace wearing a. Everybody say he looks like Ronald McDonald with that wig. No, he looked like Carrot Top to me. Yeah, because hair was kind of curly, not too, and it was orange red, not red. He looked like to me like Carrot Top with that look. That's fine. That's fine with me. And he said one line that when I get out, I'm gonna bring Mask Carnage into the ring. And I say, okay. And no send me a Carnage. So that'll be the upcoming next Venom for the next sequel movie and the sequel of Venom. I think it will be a sequel. I think they could do maybe 3 more of these films. Two more of these films. I think. Listen, you got. And the one thing people would tell me how before this watching how they go to produce how they're gonna have work better without no Spider Man. Well, you could. Hey, you could do. This is what I always say about these films, and I mean, and this is something I think Sony brought and really Marvel kind of help on Sony. You could do a miniature world with these characters, these spin-off films of Spider-Man's. The Venom film, the Morpheus will come out with the now that was cast by Jared Leto right now as Morpheus. The Silver and Black, who is Silver Saber and Black Captain. You could do these little world, miniature world. Granted, we don't know they all tie into Spider Man. We all know that. We all know. We read the comments and everything. But you could do all these miniature worlds of Spider Man. I think it makes sense. I think the next character you do the Carnage, you do the Carnage the next film Venom, and go on. And then with Morpheus, listen, this Morpheus guy, you could do it wherever you could find any villain for Morpheus to work with, or maybe a vampire, or maybe hey, crossover with Blade, maybe whatever is what you could work with. I like the idea. I like the idea. Hey, yes, this is how you can now use Spider-Man in these movies. Hey, and eventually, listen, they're gonna cross over to the Spider-Man universe. I guess Spider-Man's gonna fight Venom, maybe, or those two gonna go each other, or work each other, or these characters will all over, or eventually will go end up meet up with Spider-Man. But I like these little world that they did evolve these movies because it makes sense to do that. I think that's something to about this movie. Again, I thought the one negative I would say is the pacing was too fast. That I agree, but no, I can live with it. I thought overall it was a good solid movie, start from finish. You got a little horror, a little horror thriller in the beginning. You have a little that your typical action. Yeah, a little horror thriller, little story in the middle, and then you have your action comic book type of film. Then try to film it and film it, and that was fine to me. Overall, it's a good film overall. I think can't wait for. I think it's gonna do well in the box office there. So, guys, this is my spoiler review of Venom movie review on the. Go check out theaters. You're gonna see it, and guys, see you at the theaters. Bye bye for now. See you guys. Woo! Hey.